The Don and Gino Real Estate and Finance Show on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. I hope you like the halftime show in the middle of our 2-hour holiday special. That's right here on your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. That's right. Don and Gino have been sharing great information with you about the real estate world and the financial world for going on 3 years now. Can you believe that Carl and Jerry haven't gotten rid of us yet? But that's because we bring the very best professionals we can find. One of those professionals was just on, Mr. Rob Schwartz with Eureka Review, giving great information about how to prepare your child or grandchild on their SATs and ACT test scores, how to get into the college of their dreams, and how to get financial aid. It is great information. You can always reach out to Rob at R-O-B, at eurekareview.com. It was great information. All right, and today, more great information is going to be coming from Mr. Jeff Hunter with Real Pro Advantage. We have brought Jeff on many a times because he is the master. Him and Amy are the best of the best when it comes to negotiating short sales, but also just a great mind in our business. He knows what's going on in the industry. He's been behind the scenes. We call it from the dark side. We're going to talk about how Jeff came from the dark side to help our side with dealing with short sales and helping your real estate professionals do it right. And part of our actually recovery, I can actually say, was due to this guy, Mr. Jeff and Jeff Hunter and Amy Certain. They are a great team. Jeff, welcome back to the show.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate you having me.
You're looking pretty sharp.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. This is this is my pre-Christmas Don and Gino show look.
That's
right?
I can thank you for not shaving. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
you got to check out.
Yeah, if you're wondering what we're talking about, we're having a lot of fun with our holiday hats today here in the studio, and you can do that at donandgino.com. Go to watch, chat, and listen live, and you can give us a hard time.
Yeah.
And definitely, but again, donandgino.com. You can check out. Gino's wearing a cute little reindeer hat. I got my Santa hat on. And Jeff, I don't know. He's the Jack of Claus.
Jack of Claus, that's it.
Yeah, it looks good on you, buddy.
Well,
looks really good. Looks really good. Today we're going to talk about. We started touching on it on our last show, but we'll go back into it because one of the biggest factors. Actually, last night was a big factor. It was a good time in the our holiday party. Very good. We have, I don't know, we have at least 75 to 100 people here.
Probably 100 people by the time of the ins and outs.
For the Cherry Creek Mortgage Holiday Extravaganza. It was a good time.
Good time was had
sorry
by all.
I missed it.
Yeah, we were sorry you missed it.
Yeah.
Where are you and Amy?
Amy's sick, which is why she's not joining us here today. Also, she didn't have a cool hat to wear, so
that's why we
got kicked out.
Well, we miss you, Amy, and next time we'll get you in here because she definitely dresses up our studios.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
And the master of the Real Pro Advantage, along with Jeff Hunter. Well, we were talking about taper talk. Jeff, you've been hearing about it, have you not? All
Absolutely.
about the taper or not the taper.
That's right.
And guess what? They tapered.
They tapered.
But
you know
it's nice that they know the number, though. We said it was going to be 0 at most. They'll give us a bone to start it because Bernanke was the one who started it, and I think he was the one who has to start the end of it. We said he may throw us a bone and taper it by $5 billion.
Right, so they tapered $5 billion from the mortgage-backed securities purchasing and $5 billion from the Treasury security purchases. So ultimately, we're going to stop printing $10 billion a month. That's pretty good. I mean, that's a good chunk of money that we're no longer printing.
I'll take it. Five for you, 5 for me. Jeff,
Deal.
you want a piece?
Absolutely.
We got plenty to share. $5 billion.
Yeah.
People, I think
it's like a
hard
drop
for you
in the
to
bucket
understand
for
how
our
much that
government.
is.
Yeah,
Exactly.
What's really interesting though is that we feel that this was necessary in order to cool down the stock market. Yet the stock market loved it. It just went crazy over it. I mean, it's just, we'll talk more about this on our next show. We have Chris Ingram coming with Infinity Wealth Management, and we'll discuss tapering to death because it's so important, so contradictory. What you think's going to happen is not what the market does, and really interesting topic.
Well, the nice thing that the Fed did say is that even though they started the tapering, and it was good that Bernanke was the one who announced it. I don't think he wanted to throw that to Janet Yellen for her first, Fed meeting in spring. Here we go. Here you go, Janet. You have to deal with this now.
Well, I think he just wants to go down, when they do their memoirs like Greenspan, you want to go down and say, okay, I started this program, but I also started to end this program in case down the road it causes problems. He wants to be able to say, yeah, but we knew we had to stop, and you guys didn't stop it. I started to stop it.
Right.
And I think it's one of those things where he just had to.
Right.
But, it's not just him. It was voted in by all the members except
9
for
out
one.
of 10, actually.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 voted it in. So obviously it was something that needed to be done, and that's because the economy is showing signs of recovery. We've had 2 good job reports in a row, and they needed to find a catalyst to start the tapering, something where they can say, well, this is why. If we had so many good and then bad numbers, we had 2 good in a row, that was just enough for them to go, hey, we had new jobs created, over 200,000, 2 reports in a row. That was our stimulus because we said it was all about jobs.
Yeah, I think, one of the things that's really interesting is that although we had 2 great job numbers in a row, the initial claims that we've been talking about for the last few weeks, Don.
Yep.
These last 2 weeks, not so hot.
Yeah, I know, and we warn you, it's all about trends, and we've seen this happen before. The good news is when we first started the show 2.5 years ago, unemployment claims, people filing for unemployment every week was over 400,000 people, and then it came down to around 350 on a regular basis. And then we've seen now numbers below 300 at times, and we got down below 300, around 300 quite a bit. But we've been warning you to be careful. A lot of this is seasonal, and we've had spikes back up, and we've warned you about that. And everybody goes, nope, we're on the trend. It's all lower. And boom, we have 2 reports now near around the $380,000 mark. A lot bigger than the 300,000. In fact, they expected 333,000 people to file for unemployment. With 379.
I got to tell you, I really do believe that the first quarter of the year is going to be a little anemic. I think we're going to have a little holiday hangover. We're going to lose a lot of part-time positions that were, for seasonal holiday work. I think we're going to have a little bit of a slow first quarter
too. Now, again, we're gonna preface this because we've been giving you hot home sales numbers. Well, they were coming from such a down number that everything's going to be huge spikes. We're talking in Los Angeles, we have home prices increasing 22.4% and so forth. There's going to be a point where you go back the following year because it had a hot year that it's not going to show such great increases. So it's going to scare you, and the media's going to jump on this. And Jeff, I'd love your opinion on this because we even though we're part of the media, we're not. We're your friends here, right here in Santa Clarita, and we give you the truth. We tell you every week what's going on, and a lot of the people you hear talking about in media aren't your friends. They just showboat. Media's going to grab this and talk about the next housing boom or bust.
Absolutely. It's interesting that you say that because I was reading through every day. We get reports on default mortgages.
Oh no! Already? All right, we're gonna have to tease it because Jeff's got his insight. I want to hear your insight because I know you study this stuff a lot. I love to see your blogs and your information. Jeff's in the know. He's gonna share with us what he thinks about whether we're gonna have a housing boom or not. And some great information about what's going on in the short sale world that controlled our real estate world. When we come back to the Don and Gino Real Estate Finance.